Krishna We will recite the mantras together, the pranam mantras together. It's on the screen. Om Ajnana Trimrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunavitam Samsajivam Saidvatam Saidutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vikhavitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tatpakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanusute Devi Paramami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatrubhayascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Veer Krishna Goswami Dasi Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Asi Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasadade Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, does the Lord get really sick? He does. How does he get sick? Too much water. He actually feels the water. And how many pots was it? 108? 108 pots. It was last week's topic for those who are new. We're not here last week. We talk about Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Mataji gave such a wonderful pastimes of Jagannath and Baldev and Subhadra. So why does the Lord get sick? Anyone over here? To bring peace. That's a very good Mataji, yes. So someone was awake, that's good. Yes, so the Lord wants to feel the love and the care of the devotees. Lord has everything. Krishna has everything. He is the creator of the whole world. Does he need to suffer? No, why does he need to suffer? Why does he need? He actually created suffering. He actually created the fever. So why does he have to go through that? Only because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are children of Krishna. And when our children show love to us, how do we feel? We feel happy, right? I feel happy. When I get sick, my children, they want to make noodles for me. And they get Panadol for me. And that care means the world to me. It's like that love is more than enough for me to survive, So this is the only thing that Krishna wants from us, love and devotion. So that was last week's topic. Today's topic is why we keep repeating the same problems in life. Is it only me who thinks like that, or everyone here feels the same? We repeat our problems. The characters may change, the time may change, the place may be different, but the core problem is the same. Anyone wants to share any experience? If you want, I can start. Yeah, a simple, a very common problem with husband and wife. Imagine a wife is working 8 hours a day, and then she comes home and is cooking, and Prabhuji comes home and he complains. Triggers, the ladies instantly, no appreciation. And Prabhuji says something, and then you say something, and then Prabhuji says something, and then you say, it gets worse. And then after some time, you feel guilty for the words you have said. And then after sometimes you say sorry. and then you say, I'm not going to do this again. But it happens again. Any other? There's so many. What about addictions? Social media. We're not going to scroll to tomorrow. We're not going to waste our time. Tomorrow is going to be a new motivated day for me. I'm going to go to gym. I'm going to do all this. Tomorrow I'm not going to waste a single time scrolling and watching videos. What happens tomorrow? Same. So we have many issues like that. Gossip. You're a good devotee, Mataji.
After the Krishna,
yes, that's so nice.
Less,
very less.
And
Yes.
repeating the problem also, just like a thinking.
It's getting rid of the problems.
Now, just like thinking that way nowadays.
What about shopping?
Shopping also less now.
Less. And health habits? Eating healthy foods,
Not that.
saving money. You know, we're going to buy this house, we're going to save money, but the next time you see a nice dress, online shopping, nice sari. So we have many problems like this in our life. Look at this one. In 1960s, the packaging had cigarette smoking may be dangerous to your health. In 1980s to 1990s, they had a stronger packaging, stronger awareness. Smoking causes lung cancer. And then now we have smoking kills. Look at the photo, it's so scary. Actually, the strong awareness why the government do this is to educate people. When we don't have vidya means knowledge, avidya means no knowledge. So when we have avidya, we don't work on it. So that's why the government wants to create awareness. And actually 15 to 20%, there's a reduction in sales after they do a strong awareness on packaging, creating awareness. But what about the 80% of the people? Even with this strong awareness, they are not able to solve this problem of addiction of smoking. Bhagavatam 7.5.30 says, Puna punas chaivata charvananam. That means chewing the chew. You know, when we chew on sugarcane, it's very sweet in the beginning. But what happens when you keep chewing the same thing? Yeah, it's not nice. So this is our situation. We taste something, materially in the beginning. And then we keep chasing it because we are thinking we're going to find some taste in it. But we keep going on. It's like chewing the chew, like chewing the gum, same thing. Sweetness in the beginning, but you cannot continue. Itching the itch. What happens when you continue itching? Yeah, it becomes so sore. Blood comes out. But you feel like itching, because you started it. So this is our situation today. Why do you think we have these problems? Do you think it's others who are affecting us? Do you think it's the technologies? You hit on the point, Mataji. We are not alone. This problem is not new. Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita 3.36, he asked the same question to Krishna 5,000 years ago. So this is not a new problem. Even with all this economic development, with new technologies, AI, we still have the same problem. We haven't resolved the problem. This problem was asked at the battlefield of Kurukshetra by Arjuna to Krishna. Please repeat after me. Arjuna Vacha Atha Kena Proyaktayam Papam Charati Purushaha Anichanapi Vishneha Valad Iva Niyojita. Arjun said, O descendant of Vishnu, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? So Krishna is asking, as if something is forcing us, we are impelled to, even if we don't want to make the choice, but we are forced to do that. Krishna replies in 3.37, what is the root cause? Lust. Lust is the root cause and is all devouring sinful enemy of this world. So the problem is not with others, someone is coming and triggering us. The problem is within us. It's lust. Now let's break it down, put it out there on the table. What are we made of? We made of gross body, subtle body, and soul. So gross body is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And then we have jnana and indriya, the knowledge acquiring senses. We have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. And the working senses, which we call karma indriyas, the hands, feet, speech, genitals. And sense objects are form, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Then the next layer is subtle body, which consists of mind, intelligence, and false ego. Mind is our thoughts, our desires, our emotions. And intelligence is that helps us make decisions, to discriminate between right and wrong. And the false ego is identifying yourself. I am this body. I am a female. I am a principal engineer. I am this. I have a house, a big house. I have a beautiful car. Identifying with this body. That's false ego. And then the soul, the jiva, which is Sachidananda, eternal, conscious, blissful. Ananda is blissful. And we are servant of Krishna. Can anyone identify where does the lust sit within us in these categories? Sorry? Yes, here. Desires. So lusty desires. So now we have identified where does the desire sit, where is the root cause of our problem? It's in the mind, as Mataji said before. It is our mind. And how does it work? If we have a desire, what happens with that desire? If we act on it, we form impressions on our subconscious mind. It's also in Vedic language we call samskaras. Samskaras, we do garbhadak sanskara, we do all the different sanskara. Those are good spiritual sanskara which forms good spiritual impressions on our subconscious mind. So it's important, sometimes our children, ask why do we have to do all these, So it helps us to understand when we have knowledge to explain to our children why we do this. So those impressions, it's like the mind is like a field. When we sow a seed, it starts growing. What happens when we do those habits repetitively? We do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. It becomes an addiction, especially like if you go with smoking as an example. So these impressions are like a plant, starts growing. And it's easy to pull out a plant when it's small, right? What happens when it becomes a big tree and it's long rooted, plant? It's hard to pull out. So these are like our habits, these are the impressions. So that's how we tend to act. Sometimes, we say we want to fix those problems, but how? We are not even consciously thinking. It's like we are programmed to do those actions. So those impressions, they come in automatically when the situation arises. We just do it. What happens when we die? This doesn't end there. See my hand? If I put this in a clay to form a 3D shape, what shape will it form? It will form the shape of my hand, isn't it? So those impressions, they form the shape of our next body. It doesn't end here. So nowadays we see the next generation, they're having all these mental health issues. Why they're having all these issues? Because they are not only from this lifetime. It's been carried on from many millions of lifetimes. That's why it's important to get good impressions, to get rid of the old impressions. I have some examples of how, if we have laziness, that impression, if we're being lazy, we become a pig in our next lifetime. Look at the pig, how it's sleeping. And the anger, if you want to take out our anger, we become a tiger. If we have greed, we become crow. And so on. It's not all bad news, I must say. We have good news. We have a solution. Prabhupada has made ISKCON. He is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. ISKCON stands for International Society of Krishna Consciousness. And the analogy he uses sometimes is ISKCON as an hospital. Do you think it's better to be in the hospital and get treated than stay outside and people may laugh at us, oh, what are these people doing? It's better to be treated, isn't it? At least we know that one day we will get out of this disease, this problem. So the role of Guru that plays in ISKCON in our life is like a physician, like a doctor who sees through us, sees our anarthas. Anarthas is like the deep-rooted problems within us. They have a higher consciousness, and so they can actually guide us, like the doctors can diagnose us and see our problem and can help us, give us the right medicine, what is required. So similarly, gurus help us. And when we go to a doctor, do we go to a doctor who's qualified or someone who is whose father was a doctor, but he's not qualified? Whom do we go to? We go to a qualified doctor, isn't it? So similarly in ISKCON, we don't have that rule that, if your father was a Pandit, then only you can be a Pandit. Anyone can be a guru. Even you can be a guru. The only qualification is if you understand the science of Krishna. So, gurus help us guide through our anarthas, and they are very compassionate. Next is the medicine. The number one medicine. What is it? In Kali Yuga, it's so easy. It's the holy name, isn't it? It's the chanting. The other day I took a class on chanting, which describes so many advantages of chanting. What happens when we wake up in the morning and instead of, our mind is clear, instead of touching our phone or getting, a message which can upset us, if we pick out our chanting bag and we start chanting, chanting actually helps us focus our mind. When we are trying, we are not perfect, but we keep trying to bring and think of Krishna. Our mind goes, it's faster than the speed of light. I'm sitting here, the next moment I can be sitting in America in my mind. That's how fast it's faster than it travels the light, So when we have that training in the morning, when we wake up, bringing the mind back to Krishna, we are actually training our mind and having our focused mind, we'll have clear priorities, then we will deal with the day very focused, with priority, and we will not waste time. We will have a good day. Try it. Please try it. When you chant in the morning on your bead bags, then you see how beautiful your day is, how you have a controlled mind, how you have so much patience. Even with having a young family, children maybe screaming at you, you are cooking, cleaning, day in, day out, you're doing the same job, but having that patience, how does it come? When you have a clear mind, when you know what's your priority, and when we have a clear goal. The other medicine is service, which you all do. When we started this program, the first few weeks was so hard because I had to think about so many things. The altar, this, that, contribute, collect everything, advertise. But now I have very less thing on my mind because you all are doing it. Someone is, putting the chairs away. Someone is putting all the mats away. And when Mataji comes and does the altar for us. And I have so many people coming and do the cooking for us, for prasadam. These are all wonderful service. And coming and dancing here. Last week the Prabhujis were dancing like anything. It was so nice. And Krishna consciousness is not boring. It's fun. Please chant with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are not telling you to just shut down and don't do anything, to have bad, sanskaras or impressions or desires. No, we are replacing it because it's our nature to be happy. It's our nature to be dancing. Why not? Instead of dancing in the club, why can't we dance here for Krishna? So it's these wonderful services that we can do. If I tell you, don't think of pink elephant. How many of you thought of pink elephant? Almost everyone, isn't it? Why? Because our mind is like that. If we force it not to do something, we are focused on doing the same thing. We are so engrossed into not actioning it. Actually, we tend to think about it more. So we are to replace it with spiritual services. Another medicine is Vedas, reading Vedas. Now, we've seen about creating awareness, how it reduced, smoking 15 to 20% in the first year. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we can have 15 minutes a day, and actually reading 15 minutes a day, 15 minimum, it actually improves us and it avoids us getting dementia at our old age. So reading is good, but why not read something which is beneficial, which creates that awareness within us, that love that we are looking for. In our diet, my dad is in the hospital, and poor thing, he has to eat the diet food. He has to eat because he has diabetes, so he doesn't feel like eating, so he's actually lost his appetite. But in Krishna consciousness, we are not saying you have to have, a very strict diet. You can have opulent prasadam. And what is prasadam? Prasadam is something offered to the Lord. So basically, everything that we have today is given by Krishna. What we are doing through prasadam is just showing our gratitude, saying thank you. We are not stealing from him. We are just saying thank you for providing us with this. So prasadam as our diet, we can have opulent prasadam. Something which is mercy of Krishna. Association and support. Association is also important. The people around us actually influence us a lot. Now, you may hear a lot of motivational speakers saying, the environment you live in, you become like that. Actually, it's the same for prasadam. What we eat is what we are. And so the association, it motivates each other. It supports each other. When we know that we are all have similar goals, we are working towards similar goal, we will be helping each other. And what is motivational to most of the people I see is, I when like a lot of people come to me and say, I want to help you, how can I help you? You can help me. The reason why we're doing is to please Srila Prabhupada. And what is the desire of Srila Prabhupada? He wants to share this love with everyone of you. You can help us by increasing the intensity of your devotional service. It will motivate us to bring more. It will help us grow. I attended one kirtan of one Maharaj, and when he started singing, we were dancing. And then he started singing, with more enthusiasm. And then we started dancing, with more excitement. And then he started he was excited. And at the end, I told him, wow, Maharaj, your kirtan was ecstatic. And he was like, you guys were motivating me. Then I understood that it's a cycle. We are motivating each other. When we go to an alcohol place in a bar where people are drinking and have, smoking, what will happen with us after some time? We'll start doing the same thing, isn't it? So the people around us matter. I remember I was listening to one guy, he was saying, he goes and lives in an area which is higher than his standard, because the people around him motivate us to come to that standard. And then once he's at that level, then he goes to the next city. Then he goes to the next area actually, which is higher rent capacity than his. So this way he was actually, because he knew that people around him affect us, they have a different level of, understanding. I'm not saying that you do that, but it's something which I had, how it matters people around us, the support we get. And also the happiness that we get from it, this, the material happiness, the chewing the chew that I was talking about. It's very attractive in the beginning. We want to do it, it's exciting, I want to get a big house. What happens after some time? Becomes the suffering when you have to clean the big house and then you have to pay the mortgage of the big house, isn't it? And similarly, there are many examples like that. But the spiritual things are not attractive in the beginning. They are You don't feel like chanting, you've woken up. I have better things to do than chanting, than offer something from heart to the Lord. It's not exciting. But what happens when we start getting the taste of it? It's permanent happiness. We want to dance more. We want to eat more prasadam. Prasadam becomes so tasty. I remember in the beginning, without onion and garlic, I didn't like it. But now I only like prasadam. I don't even like the smell of onion and garlic now. So it's the taste. Once we get that taste through association and through support and through guidance of Guru and through all this medicine, it's so easy in Kali Yuga. So easy. It was so hard previously because the Lord is so compassionate to us, so kind to us. He wants us to chant. He wants us to come to Him. He wants to free us. He loves us so much. He doesn't punish us. He didn't create this suffering to punish us that, I'm going to get back to you. No. It's called restorative punishment that He gives. The punishments are to help us get better. What happens when our kids misbehave? We do give them little punishment, isn't it? Why? Because we want them to get better, isn't it? We want them to excel. We want them to do the best, be the best. Similarly, the Lord wants us. He loves us. We just need to know Him. It's so nice to know the Lord. Because when the trouble comes, it comes, hits you. But if you have that faith, in your heart, in your mind, Lord will not do anything wrong to me. If you just have that faith, you will get through. So what happens? It's a beautiful transformation of lust to love. Don't we all want to feel the love? As I mentioned, it was from temporary to permanent happiness, from anxiety to peace. I'll just do a recap of what we went through today. We are discussing the topic of why we have the repeated problems in our life. We keep on making the same mistakes again and again. And then we talked about all the different examples of what those problems are. We have Arjuna who had the same question. The root cause of our problem is lust, and the lust sits within us. And how to solve that problem? We discussed so many ways, isn't it? Just come to the hospital. I know people will laugh. That's okay. At least you know that you are being treated, isn't it? And bring those people to the hospital if you can. But first, I think it's important to have that fixed firm and fixed faith. And the Hare Krishna mantra, it's a plea to Lord. The mantra means, Hare means, O Radha Rani, help us. Who can help us? Someone who has created this mind, isn't it? So Krishna is the one who has created this mind. He can help us. He can help us. What does He need from us? He just wants us to look at Him and ask for help. There's nothing wrong in asking for help from the Lord. He is our Father. If we have any trouble, whom do we go to? Yeah, we go to our parents, isn't it? Why can't we go to Krishna, who is our Father? He's actually waiting for us to come to Him. He actually waiting for us to ask for that help. Just like Draupadi. Draupadi had how many husbands? They were all so qualified. And Pitma Bhishama, he Bhishma Pitava, yes, sorry. He was so qualified too. Don't you think he could have helped Draupadi? He didn't help. Similarly, we depend on all these people. We depend on maybe the court will help us, maybe this person will help us, maybe our wife will help me, maybe, the real problems hits. And then what happened? Draupadi, what did she do? At the end, when nobody was willing to help her, she just called out for Krishna's help. And immediately Krishna sent the sari. This is our situation. We are depending on other people. They have their own problems. They may not be able to help us. But who can help us? Krishna. We just have to ask. We're not asking. Krishna was waiting for Draupadi to ask him. And the moment he asked, she asked, she got instant help. Similarly, in Prabhupada also says, it takes 1 minute for us to become Krishna consciousness, to remember God. 1 minute. Not even lifetime. Our problems are from lifetimes. We are carrying it with us. And next breath we will go again and again and again. It's not only repeated problems in this lifetime, but repeated birth also we're taking. We can get out of this cycle and we can go back home, back to Krishna. If you do good karma, we can go to heaven. We have the 14 planetary systems, 7 systems up, 7 planets up, 7 planets down. If we do good karma, we can go up, where we can enjoy in heaven. Or if we do bad karma, then we go to, ghost land. Or where we suffer more. But don't you want to get out of this? We get birth again, and then we die, we get birth, we start from primary school, secondary, we do diplomas, degrees, and the next lifetime, we do the same thing again and again. So it's not only repeated problems of this lifetime, it's repeated problems of, from our previous lifetime. We are just in this cycle of 8.4 million species. Don't you want to get out? Don't you want to get free? I want to. You are trying. You are in this hospital. You already made that step. You are here. Thank you everyone for listening so patiently. Any questions? And my apologies. I did not intend to be harsh or Any questions? I'm sure you have questions. Yes. The little one. No. Okay. We'll have Aarti. No? No. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming, everyone, this evening, giving this evening